Hey, welcome back, everyone. It is time for another red-hot covered call video. Well, hey, look, we're going to get right to it today. I have 3 stocks I want to show you absolutely kicking ass, where I did 2 covered calls yesterday on stocks for which I was down. Now I've written covered calls above my stock purchase price. I'm going to show you those 2 stocks. I'll tell you what, I have no fear. There's no FOMO here. We try to make green trades, and that's what I do. Over the past 6 months, I have absolutely been getting kicked in the ribs with this one stock that I'm going to show you. We've made over $18,000 this year on this stock, but for the past 3 months, I've had to have it sit on the bench. Finally, it's getting some legs. It's moving higher, and wrote a covered call, knocking it down. I'm going to show you that today. Now, hey, look, what we talk about here is putting money on the table. If you're in retirement or thinking about getting in retirement like I am next year, you have to put money on the table. You might have an idea that you're going to have a part-time job. Well, make selling premium your part-time job. You can literally do this from home. You don't have to spend that much time. And I'll tell you what, the profits you can make absolutely blow my mind every single day. I'm all in when it comes to the selling premium strategy, and you know that being a part of my channel. Now I'm going to show you a stock that I think you could actually start poor man's covered call. I'm going to show you that stock today with my other 2 stocks. So let's go ahead and get to this. If you've never been to my channel, I want you to subscribe to the channel. It's right there and it's free. I come back every single week, show you timely and relevant covered call and cash secure put trades. I'm a real trader, real success with real money in the game, and I'm not buying 1 share, 2 share. We're talking 1,000 shares on a stock I'm going to show you here in a minute. So I got real skin in the game, and I'll tell you what, man, I love it. I feel every single trade. That is a mindset that people don't quite get. See, when I'm engaged, right, I am absolutely all in. I feel the trade. I'm always looking to manage my trades so I can have success and make more money. So that's the mindset I want you to have going forward. And hey, look, if you like this video today, bang that like button. It lets me know you like what I'm doing. Now, what I'm doing is this. I had a member mention to me that he went back and looked at all my blog posts for this year alone. And really rough, he came back with me sending out over 380 email communications. I'm going to tell you what, I did some rough calculations myself. That is over 125 trade emails. A lot of people recently been asking me, hey, John, when do you send out your real-time trades? I send out both the trade and when I close the trade. So 125 trade emails. And I've sent over 200 emails where I have random emails talking about what is John watching, seeing the world through my eyes. I love letting my members know what I'm watching, and I always try to up the game. I'm going to show you an email I sent just this week. In fact, let's get to it right now. Now, I sent this to the members. You still have an opportunity if you're interested in this trade. When I saw that Las Vegas Sands had fallen to $36, getting kicked absolutely in the face, soccer style, all of the casino stocks had peeled off, and Las Vegas Sands, you know, they have their own problems, a little bit more than the others. But Las Vegas Sands owns some serious properties around the world. You know, they've made some missteps here and there recently, but at the end of the day, they are a huge casino stock. And Las Vegas Sands had been literally left in the dirt, and here it is trading at 36.37. Now, recently, the stock has rallied above 40. And when I noticed it, was when the Pfizer vaccine was FDA approved. Now, the reason that's significant is that all those opening economy stocks are going to rally. And the stocks like Wynn, Las Vegas Sands, Penn, Wall Street's going to buy them first, which they have, and rally them because they have been left to die on the vine because nobody was sure if this economy was truly going to move forward. Well, with that FDA approval, now it seems clear that they will. So those stocks have rallied. And when Las Vegas Sands got to about $42, and it had rallied some $3 on the day that I sent this email, I'm looking at this as an opportunity because for me, going forward, there is less downside risk, more upside. When all the negativity is just pressuring Las Vegas Sands down, it got down to 37. Here we are with some positive news. It pops. That tells me Wall Street's interested. Moves to 42. We could do a poor man's covered call, where what we do is we go out to the 2-year-long leap, the January 2023. And this is what I do. I buy that 80 delta, right? That 80 delta is that deep in the money strike. There's many reasons for that, but we buy that strike. Then what we do is we write that near-term 30 delta out of the money strike. And as Sands is moving sideways to higher, hell, even if it moves sideways, we're able to collect real 30-day premium. And I showed the members this. I said, look, you could actually get a 30-day, 30 delta pick up about 81 cents. Now that's a nice premium for a 30-day, 30 delta trade. And if you wanted to buy the shares and not do the poor man's covered call, you could have literally bought the shares at 42.72, right the 43 near the money, get $1.95. Look at that. 30 days, that's 5% cash on cash. Using that upward momentum that the opening economy stocks are getting right now. And sure enough, I'm going to show you on the chart right now where Sands is at. It hasn't pulled back, and I don't think it is. Let's go to the charts right now, and I'm going to show you where it's at. Now, as you can see, it's rocking. It's almost up to 44 now. Now, I'm not going to take credit for its move from 37 to 42. No way. But from 42.75 to now $44, and I think we move higher from here. I'll tell you what, for me, the 42.75 covered call where we sell the 43 strike for $1.95, I think that trade is going to be a trade for which you have your shares taken away at 43 and you just pocket a quarter on the stock move and $1.95 on the premium. That is real money on the table with less risk. And we're talking a volatile stock that has absolutely fallen on hard times. But it's that mindset that the open economy trades are going to drift sideways to higher. All high tides rise all boats. And that's true. Penn. You know I'm involved in Penn for 500 shares. It was in the 60s. This thing has now popped to the 80s. Wynn had a recent near-term high of 120, had fallen into the 90s. It's popping. And I think it's above 100 now. Use these opportunities to get involved in a stock when it's moving sideways to higher. You have that positive momentum. Sell that near-term or at the money strike, pocketing the most premium you can. And hey, just walk away. Walk away, man. Take the money and run. And that's what I would have done on Las Vegas Sands. And right now it's working out. Hey, all we care about is the next 30 days. That's the mindset here. Next 30 days, can I generate as much cash using this investment as possible? That's the mindset. And if you have that mindset, you don't have fear. You don't have fear anymore. Will the stock pop? Will I miss out No, forget all that. We put cash on the table, and when we do that, that's success. We move on. There's over 8,000 stocks and ETF on Wall Street. We can use any one of them at any point, knocking it down. Now, real quick before we move on, some of you know I'm in GoodRx, and GoodRx has been one of those stocks that just got leveled when good old Amazon said they were getting into their space. Well, that didn't pan out, and I've done multiple videos on that where Amazon usually does just that. They say they're coming into somebody's business, and quite frankly, it doesn't pan out like Wall Street thought. They sold off GoodRx from the high 50s all the way down into the 20s because they thought Amazon was going to take their business. Now, I'm not saying Amazon won't take their business at some point, but after last earnings, GoodRx proved that they are in the game and their product, right? Their brand is so strong. Man, they are almost doubling everything they do. The earnings proved it. And look what has happened to the stock. The stock is absolutely popped after earnings. And now, with a little bit of sell-off, hey, there's a lot of rotation in this market. What's good today is not good tomorrow, but it'll be good the next day. Okay, so you can't get down when your favorite stock tries to make a run and peels back. Okay, you got to have patience. If you don't have patience, man, you're not going to be good at this game. Well, I have patience. What I showed the members was this. This is a great opportunity for a cash secure put. I mean, I think it's going to move higher. Don't know how much higher. I think it plays in the 40s. It's been in the 30s. Hell, it's been in the 20s. I think we start to move into the low 40s. Noticing this chart, it has a nice short upward trend. Yeah, don't get me wrong, man. This thing is not trending higher. has a nice short-term trending higher range. And with earnings killing it, all the positive momentum, I think there's more upside than downside. So if you did a cash secure put at $32.50 when it was trading at $35.39, you could have collected $1.42 for a little over 30 days, picking up 4.37% cash on cash. You upfront $3,250, right? You're going to get paid $142. That is 4.3% cash on cash sitting on the table for a little over 30 days. These are the kind of trades you can just cherry pick as the stock is clearly moving higher. If anything, it's going to go sideways. So what I love to do is cherry pick these moments. And to be honest with you, this might be a great opportunity for a wheel, right? Everybody talks about the wheel. Here's your wheel. You get the shares. And if you've been watching GoodRx, it's actually moving higher. I think it's at 37 now. So these are the things we want to take advantage of. And what I do is I show my members that. So if you want to be a part of that, I got a 1 free month offer for you. You get over 380 emails. Are you kidding me? Look, if you want to be a part of it, 1 free month, this is what my members get. Now, if that wasn't enough, now I'm going to show you 2 stocks for which I'm absolutely killing a near-term covered call. Now, I've owned Mara for a long time. I did a video and I wrote an email to the members where I felt if you were interested in playing Bitcoin, I did not want to buy Bitcoin. So what I did, I dug in a little bit and I decided to invest in the miners of Bitcoin, and Mara being one of them. And I'll be honest with you, a lot of people play Mara because of the high premium. So I knew what I was getting into with Mara. At the time, I had 2 employees. Are you kidding me? They are literally a technology company with 2 employees. Probably one guy turns on the lights when they show up to work and the other guy turns off the lights when they go home at night. Mara is a play on Bitcoin, and to be honest with you, it's a play on the Fed. Today, Mara pops 4%. Why? The Fed comes out talking tapering. Now, every single time the Fed comes out talking tapering, whether they're going to taper more or taper less, doesn't matter. It reminds everybody that they're printing trillions of unbacked dollars. So every single time the Fed walks up to a microphone, this is when the Bitcoin players get excited. And guess what? They rally it. Here's proof right here. Mara had some great earnings. This stock popping $4 has nothing to do with earnings. It's all about the inflation play. So Mara's popping. My cost basis on Mara is 39, right? I think I got in right here at 39. I made, I think, 1 covered call. This thing tanks, okay? It tanks because Bitcoin was popping at 67 grand here, and then basically it sold off by half. Well, of course, Mara's going to fall off by half. I'm going to give you a little reminder of how in 2015, when all the oil stocks were popping, man, all-time highs, Conoco hitting $87. Oil was $100 a barrel. When oil fell to $25 a barrel, I think it caught everybody off guard. Everybody off guard, man. They did not believe oil would keep falling. Well, what came from that was Conoco falling into the 30s, Chevron falling into the 70s. I mean, it was a slap in the face when a company's main product is essentially a supply and demand product, a commodity, and that commodity falls some 75%. It should have been obvious to everybody that the oil stocks were going to fall and they were going to cut their dividend. Well, back then in 2015, nobody could believe it. They literally watched, sitting on their hands, feeling and believing that there is no way oil is going to keep falling and the stocks were going to keep falling. Well, fast forward to 2021, and that's exactly how these Bitcoin stocks play. So if you've never heard that from me, understand Bitcoin plays like Mara 100% are attached to Bitcoin. So if that thing falls from 67 to 37, what do you think is going to happen to the stock price? I want you to understand that and don't sit on your hands, okay? Because I'll tell you what, for the past, what seems to be a couple months, you'd feel like you kick in the ribs, can't do nothing about it. Now, Mara has got some action. It is moving higher. I've been writing covered calls on Mara because it's trading in such a range where I can write a covered call as it goes up. I love writing the covered call at the top of the range. But I've been playing Mara such that it'll move $2 this day, write the covered call, it falls $2. I have been doing my homework on Mara. I love using this stock for that. Well, of course, it pops. My stock price is 39. Okay, so when it got to $39.50, I sold the 40 strike. I put a limit order in for a $5 bill and I let it sit there because as Mara is continuing to go up yesterday, little bits, the bid-ask spread on that $40 strike absolutely started to go higher. And sure enough, I'm away from my desk and I hear that ding. They took my $5 limit order. For me, I will collect $40 for my shares, $5 for the premium. That's $45 if my shares are taken away in the next 30 days. And I wash my hands of this. Just like I said in the beginning of the video, we move on. It's about the next 30 days. I have no fear of this thing popping to 60, popping to 80. I have no fear. I got 30 days to worry about because I got to pay the bills. You understand? 30 days. And for 30 days, this is the kind of trade I do, and I don't look back. Now, let me show you the stock. I've been sitting on the bench. I finally get some action, and I feel it's going to be a clean trade. Now, hey, look, if you like this video today, bang that like button. Guess it helps the YouTube algorithm. But more importantly, don't forget, 1 free month offer. If you liked anything you heard from the emails that I sent to the members on GoodRx and Las Vegas Sands, well, you missed out on all the others I sent you, like Cisco and Bristol Myers. Man, I send it all the time. If anything, I love hearing myself talk. Many times members will write back saying, look, John, you're giving it away. You're giving it away. But at the end of the day, I want to make a little money for charity. I want to help people up their game. But look, you got to put skin in the game. So hell, I'm giving you 1 free month. Sign up today. And I'll tell you what, take your financial freedom in your own hands. Follow me. Well, here's the start of the show, DraftKings. Well, I pulled up the numbers on my DraftKings trades. Done a lot of DraftKings trades. Cash secure put trades. Was never assigned the shares. If you remember, DraftKings was a part of my 10-week, $1,000 weekly challenge. I was absolutely kicking ass, making more than $18,000 in a 10-week period. Yeah, that's how we do it. Okay, once you learn this from me, you could be generating serious income. Now, with that said, DraftKings absolutely got kicked in the ribs. A couple factors behind that. 1, the NASDAQ took a crap. 2, a short seller came out and said they had some inside information on DraftKings that's not so good. Stock fell, and Wall Street is not going to get involved. Hey, just a couple weeks prior to this same short seller came out and said they had information on Workhorse and Ride, killing those 2 stocks. Well, I think there's a conflict of interest there because, of course, they are shorting the stock when they report this information. But hey, I'm in the stock. I got to make it work. So when I was assigned the shares at 67X, right? 67X. This thing has fallen, and I've had to sit on the bench. I was not going to trade just to trade, okay? A lot of people saying, look, you got to trade and you got to battle your way out. Look, I wanted to make good decisions, and that's what I did. Luckily, I have other stocks that I have been able to use over the past 3 months while this thing was riding the pine. Well, I finally get a break. And I told you back then when I talked about how I was down $70,000 in unrealized gains, that video is available on my channel. I told you that when the football season opened, DraftKings and Penn would move higher. It's just the way Wall Street works. Football season is the season for gaming. And now with DraftKings buying the Golden Nuggets online gaming platform, and to be honest with you, you're going to hear DraftKings every single Monday night, Sunday, and Thursday, even Saturdays. Now it's going to make its move. And that's exactly what it's doing. It's now trading at $60, man. You could have put skin in the game in the 40s with this thing. Now I already have 1,000 shares, so I'm not going to put any more money into this. That would be throwing good money after bad. So we had to figure it out. We had to have it sit on the bench. Well, look what it's doing now. After earnings, it is popping. And sure enough, I'm going to ride that wave. And what I was able to do, when this sucker popped to 60, I sold the 67 out of the money strike. I think it's a 35-day trade. I got $1.31. What's that mean? They're going to take my shares at 67. I make nothing on the shares, okay? So for over 9 months of trading this stock, I make nothing on the shares. Yeah, that's right. I am going to book $19,310 on a stock for which I make no money. You heard that right. You heard that right. I am going to make no money on the stock sell at 67, but I will have made $19,310. This is why selling premium is an absolute side income job in retirement. Look, you can generate income off of stocks, and that stock doesn't have to move a nickel. And in this case, DraftKings, if my shares are taken away, will not have moved a nickel since I bought it. Of course it has, but you get it, right? So what I want you to do today is this. I don't want you to have fear, okay? When the stock gets back to where you're at, if you sell that at the money or near the money and collect that fat premium, look at it as a green trade. Be positive. You had success. We move on. Now, I don't know what's going to happen in the next 30 days with Mara and DraftKings. If they were both to peel off, say next week the market starts talking about inflation again, and it peels off such, I'm going to buy these options back. Yeah, I'm going to take the obligation off the board. I got paid $5 for Mara. If this thing falls $5 next week, that option is going to fall to pennies. I buy it back. No more obligations. And I'll look for my next opportunity. Look, the mindset is I'm not losing money on the shares, right? I'm using these shares to generate income, okay? So for me, it sucks that I did not make income with DraftKings. It's not that the stock fell from 67 to 43 like a lot of people would be down and depressed. Not me. I'm down and depressed because I didn't generate cash flow while I'm holding it. Do you see the mindset there? The stock falls from 67 to 43. I'm not upset. But because I wasn't able to generate cash flow with that investment, I'm upset. So that's the mindset you need to have. And the reason you have to have that mindset is because when we use the disaster recovery strategy, I talked about this in a couple videos ago. When we disconnect from owning a stock, right? Say, for example, DraftKings trading for $43 right now. When I deploy my disaster recovery strategy, where I say, forget DraftKings, I'm done with owning a company. Okay? Because when I own a company, I own that emotions with that company. Right? I'm watching the news on that company, and every single day it's a kick in the ribs. But when I deploy the disaster recovery strategy, I'm going to sell the shares at a loss. But see, that number, that $43,000 that I will be left with on the table becomes a number, and now there's no emotions. Now I know I have to make $67,000. I have $43,000 to do it with, and we are going to do it. We buy a stock, write a near-term covered call, we make money. That adds to the total. Now we go from $43,000 to $44,000. Now we're moving back to that $67,000 number, but the mindset is different. Right now I'm having successful trades. And one thing I didn't mention in that disaster recovery video, I can actually put real money on the table as I'm battling back. Right? I'm down $67,000. I sell the stock, disaster recovery. We got $43,000. We're trying to generate income so we can pay the bills. So what we could do is buy stocks, write covered calls, have our shares taken away. We could actually take some of that money and pay the bills. Take the rest of it, put it towards the spreadsheet number. And we keep doing it time and time again. I'll tell you what, we could even come back and play DraftKings again after avoiding a wash sale. Very important. Know what a wash sale is. Look, I'm going to leave it here, okay? I want you to go to my Facebook page and follow that page. I'm doing a disaster recovery trade this month. I'm going to actually sell a stock for which I am down considerably. We're going to put that money on a spreadsheet. We're going to put that number on a spreadsheet, and we're going to go ahead and start buying stocks, and we're going to get that number back to where we're profitable. But here's the deal. You could be a part of that. You got to go to Facebook because that's where I'm going to post a lot of this stuff, okay? But of course, the members are going to really get an opportunity to follow my trades. Yeah, that's right, because I'm going to do this challenge. My new challenge is a disaster recovery challenge where I'm going to actually sell a stock for which I'm down some 40 points on. I'm going to take the money and I'm going to write covered calls on different stocks all the time. And we're going to get back all that money. I'm going to prove that I can do this. And I'm not just sitting up here talking, okay? My members are going to be a part of that because I'm going to be able to offer them all of my trades. I'll tell you what, you want to be a part of the membership, 1 free month, go do it. Hey, look, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you learned something from this video. Thank you for watching. Be safe, be healthy, most important, be lucky. Until next time, may all your covered calls be profitable.